our panel to take a look at the movies. Think of AMC. You have also Cinemark Holding, IMAX. I want to talk about some of these names because some seem better positioned than others. Chad Beynon's with us, Managing Director, Senior Gaming, Lodging and Theaters Analyst at Macquarie U.S. Equity Research, and StephenKent, Media Director at Consumer Choice Center. So I'll start with you, Chad. I mean, Macquarie has always seemed to like IMAX the best. Is that still the case for the group?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Nicole. Hopefully you had a nice weekend. IMAX did better than others this weekend. Another result where they kind of outperformed their market share. So they did about 20% of the business for Furioso. Unfortunately, the overall number for Furioso, for Garfield, for overall box office receipts in North America was well below expectations. So it was about $125 million divided by 10 average ticket price. We're talking about 12 million people that went to the box office this weekend versus historical periods where it's 18 to 20 million. So IMAX did fare better than others.
Stephen, I want to talk to you all about some of the themes we've been seeing. Of course, we had the Hollywood writers strike, the actors strike. We came off the pandemic. There was so much that all of these movie theaters had to do. Now, where do we stand in your opinion?
Well, we stand in a pretty bad place. We've been talking about the slow and steady decline of the movie theater now for well over a decade. This Furiosa Mad Max movie sets a new Memorial Day bad record for showing in the box office. I think it's the worst in 30 years since Casper 1995, which, was a good movie, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. The business model of movie theaters is incredibly strained. Consumers are already strapped, they're on tight budgets, and they are trying to make low-risk decisions for entertainment to go out and have a nice night on the town, either by themselves or with their family. And they're looking at ticket prices that are $12 with concessions that are going to push that tab up to $50 for a night out for a wife, a husband, and at least 2 kids. That's no good. And you're talking about 90 minutes of entertainment. So movie theaters are having to figure out how to add more bang for the buck, more mileage for that entertainment factor. And that's why FDX movie theaters, where you're actually experiencing things like fog machines, light shows in the theaters, better food, moving chairs that shake during climactic scenes in action movies. These are actually doing quite well for the Regal Cinema brand. And that also was quite an experience for Furiosa viewers going out to see it over Memorial Day weekend. People are willing to spend more money. They just want to know they're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I forgot all about Regal. I mean, you're right. Fog machines and moving chairs sounds pretty good. Do you think at any point, I mean, when you think about where we were in way back when, and even Casper the Friendly Ghost days, but, do we ever get back to people going full force, Stephen, to the theater quickly?
I think we need to return to a hopeful Hollywood that is telling stories that people are excited about, that they feel warmly about, that are painting a positive vision of the future. I think that says a lot about why Top Gun Maverick was so successful. That's why Star Wars changed Hollywood in 1977. It brought us out of a malaise. And gosh, Furiosa, what a bleak movie.
Okay, yeah. Look at Taylor Swift, brought in 260 million worldwide. Chad, a final quick thought.